1, 2, 3.
All right. Now go pick up your weapons and get in position. Move out.
Good morning, 47. We have a lead on the Shadow client. ICA White Hats have traced the anonymous data received by our clients to one Olivia Hall, brilliant young hacktivist and suspect in a dozen cases of cyber vandalism. Using onion routing with state-of-the-art encryption, Hall went to a lot of trouble to stay untraceable. She is good, but we are better. Her digital trail has led us to a remote farm in Colorado, where satellite footage has revealed what appears to be the training camp for a private militia, led by an already registered target, Sean Rose, Australian environmental terrorist and explosives expert wanted for a series of public bombings. Rose was spotted near the scene of Thomas Cross's kidnapping, which makes him our prime suspect for the Shadow client. Spurred by Eric Soders, the ICA Board of Directors has asked us to infiltrate the farm and eliminate Sean Rose, along with 3 other prominent militia members. Ezra Berg, retired Mossad interrogator, Penelope Graves, former Interpol anti-terror analyst, and finally Maya Parvati, former assassin and gunrunner for the Tamil Tigers. I'll be honest with you, 47. I consider Eric Soders' reasoning hasty and ill-advised. Now, we cannot go against the wishes of the board, but we can conduct our own investigation. Whether a direct threat to the ICA or not, we need to know the Shadow client's true agenda. I will leave you to prepare. Welcome to Colorado, 47. The militia has taken up HQ at an old apricot farm and appear to be training for a series of coordinated strikes, ranging from cyber attacks to full-blown guerrilla warfare. The Shadow client appears to unite specialists and radicals from all over the map. Mercenaries and terrorists, hackers and spies joined by an unknown common cause. Satellite scans indicate that the command room is below ground inside an old tornado shelter. Only Rose appears to have access, however, so to get inside, you will need to get creative. This environment is hostile and highly alert, so tread carefully. Good luck, 47.
Yeah, the boss doesn't want trespassers. It's not negotiable.
Yeah. I guess this place was hustling, bustling once. Now it's like a wasteland or something.
I know. Remember that time last year?
See anything?
Well, I got nothing. Apart from this big toad or something.
And as we step lightly in the overgrown fields, nestled in the Rocky Mountains, the rosette glows of the sun, the early morning 6 a.m. sun, shines upon us as we undertake the most challenging mission, and quite possibly, pretty damn sure actually, the most difficult mission of the game. And the largest reason for that is because this area, Colorado, this freedom fighter, this sect of criminals and hardened terrorists alike, these shadow clients, if you will, they all have one thing in common, is that they seek to produce some sort of result. They want to see some sort of result from the actions that they are planning to do here. And in that way, we just have to be careful. But for right now, our main mission is to get a disguise of some sort, because as it is, with our tactical gear, our sweater that we have on right now, we can't do too much. As every single person in this level is hostile to us at this time. So we do have to be extremely careful.
I'm still not getting a signal. I need you to adjust the satellite reception.
Sure. Just wait a minute. Try it again.
Okay. And it looks like our first target might be this guy right here. And looks like we have opportunity to possibly poison his coffee. Because, yeah. Just gonna be a little careful here. Not exactly the safest thing. Alright. Now, things are being put into motion very quickly in this level. And the main reason for that is because there are so many factors. There are 4 targets that we have to take out in this mission. And they're all over the place, and to be quite honest, it's rather daunting here, and I'm not sure how we're gonna make out here, but we'll see what we can do. But what must I say while we wait for our poor victim to drink his poisoned coffee is just how beautiful the lighting and the atmosphere is of this level. It is just overly impressive in my mind. And
So you're all set for the sting?
Sure. Got a badge in my pocket, prep my lines, shouldn't be a problem. Almost game time.
You think you can hook her?
Graves is new. She comes by every 2 seconds to check on her work. She's paranoid enough to bite.
So Rose basically wants you to pretend you're with Interpol, get her to come with you, and then what?
I'm supposed to lure her to the slurry pit and tell her to roll over on Rose and the rest of us. Try to get her to turn on us. Be interesting to see how she reacts. Is she going to ask the guys there to shoot me, or will she give up everything?
Yeah, it's a big decision. What if she takes the bait?
Well, then Rose is going to find her and kick her ass, I imagine.
okay, indeed, that is an undercover, or that is a Interpol test agent to test the loyalty of Penelope Graves, who is a AWOL Interpol agent that sided with the terrorist Sean Rose. So a bit of a traitor of Interpol here. So they have an Interpol badge, and they're going to try to trick Maya and or Penelope, I mean, and see what happens. So time to get into action here.
We need backup here. I'm off to the bathroom, not feeling too... Ugh.
Now let's get some humor in here, shall we? There's a thing, when someone is poisoned and sick to their stomach in this game, their enforcer status goes away. So let's just have some fun with this.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Holy shit, that's close. Woo, that was a close one. That guy almost... He could have saw me at the corner of his eye really, really easily. I mean, really easily. But we are now, we're now the Interpol agent. We have the Interpol badge, and, well, we can proceed. Grab that gate perimeter key, just in case we need to find ourselves a way around here. And we'll just wait for Penelope Graves. And Penelope Graves is probably the second most critical character, or well, target in this map. The main one being Sean Rose, the main head of the terrorist organization, the whole propagator of this entire thing. And then we have two other targets that are lesser known, but we'll try our best to explain it. Now, while we wait, again, I do want to make another note of this atmosphere. We are in an apricot farm, an orchard, and it was being taken over by the terrorists here. But before, this was just probably a normal functioning apricot farm. And I love that. What a great back setting for this map. It is a large contrast because Apricot Farm seems pretty harmless, right? But then you got these terrorist sects swarming around in here. It just gets all around pretty terrible in terms of the reputation of this serene.
That is Penelope Graves, acclaimed anti-terror analyst. Strange to see her as part of this crowd.
So you alright?
Sure. What's up, Graves?
Oh, just, wanted to make sure everything was running smoothly. So...
Penelope Graves, we need to talk.
You're... what is this?
I'll explain everything in the slurry pit. It will be in your best interest to do as I say.
I understand. I'll see you there.
Yes, and just to make it even more believable, I interject that I need to see you and flash the Interpol pet badge. Just in the middle of, she was just trying to get a conversation out, and we interrupt her very frankly and a bit rudely, and that's to show the brevity of the situation.
Beautiful piece of work.
A murderous death trap.
And if you haven't noticed the view intel icon constantly flashing on my screen here, it is because there are so many individual conversations going on in this map. There's so much information, there's so much just bonus detail intel. But if you see that car there, the ITY 491 license plate car, one thing that you can do to take out Maya Pravarti, the head of the Tamil Tigers, the assassin ringleader, is you need to remove 2 military technicians from the maintenance garage. After the coast is clear, wait for Maya to head out of the barn to investigate the taco vehicles. When she passes by the garage, throw a distraction item so it lands right beneath the suspended car. When she is under the car, release the 2-ton tombstone. And that's a cool way to do it. I actually kind of like that. It's a little annoying because you got to take out like 2 people, but it's neat. Alright, so there's a slurry pit here. Yucky, junky slurry pit. And wow, Penelope, you're a bit of a quick one, aren't you? Alright, let's see if 47 can make up some stuff here to make it seem believable. Come on, 47, I know you can do it.
Miss Graves, you are being recruited back into Interpol as an insider.
What? Who are you anyway? How did you find me?
That is not important. Think about this carefully. You can provide us with valuable intel. If you cooperate, the agency will overlook your unfortunate transgression.
And what if I refuse, huh? If I scream and get the guards here?
I wouldn't do that if I were you. Might prove unhealthy. I'll give you a few moments to think about it.
And consider, I can't get her name mixed up.
Think, Graves. How did they get to you?
Oh, let's let her talk first. Internal monologue.
Flight out of Lyon under assumed name. Passport provided through Delgado and that Vanisher guy. I mean, it looked clean. Changed clothes at JFK and again at Denver International. Charred the passport after leaving the hotel. Burner phone was dropped before I left the flight. It can't possibly be that. Diplomatic car out of Denver. Nothing unusual about the bus ride. We met up with Hall in the middle of nowhere. Burned everything. I saw her do it. There's no way. Hackers erased everything here day one. No money, no paper trails, no digital signatures. It's just not possible.
Huh?
Graves is down. Excellent work, 47.
What a terrible fate Penelope has encountered here. It's a shame, and boy, what a beautiful, just this gorgeous place, this slurry pit. Just a lot of just natural old wooden structures and rotted trees, and this slurry pit, not as quite as pretty and tranquil. Actually quite dirty, and I would just imagine that this toxic waste is kind of like a thick, viscous type of tar like substance. So when you go head first in there, like 47 just propelled Penelope into there, I would imagine that she could not resurface her head, and she just suffocated very quickly. I don't think she drowned, if that makes sense. I think she almost suffocated because it's so thick. I don't know. That's probably getting way too detailed and gory about it, but yeah. If you think about Penelope's situation as we head to our next setup for the next hit here, one has to think that what if you're in that situation, which you probably will never be, but it's just, wow. She was part of Interpol, and actually that's a very good career path to have, I would say, and then she sides with this terrorist, and then she thinks that they traced her and found her here, so she's trying to figure out where her paper trail or digital trail went wrong. And meanwhile, she is destined to be killed.
Tamil tiger. Those were some seriously hard people.
So what's this I hear about a training accident?
That would be Burgess, the sharpshooter. He's point man in the Mexico operation.
Huh? Got clipped by a ram or something?
The team trains with a battering ram to simulate the attack on Secretary Torres' motorcade. I don't know, I guess old Burgess had his head up his ass.
9 out of 10 accidents happen in the home.
They do say that. Anyway, the guy was lucky. He sprained his ankle, that's all. He'll be back in a couple.
So does Rose still supervise training?
So, Burgess, the point man, was harmed in a ram incident during the test of the terrorist attack that they're planning to do here. And what? Ooh, let's take an apricot while we're at it, right? Yeah. And we found that he limped his way back to the apple shed, and well, we're gonna look for a limping point man, I suppose, and we're gonna try to figure a way to get him, and that could be tricky. This actually might be a rather tricky part of the level, but we will see what we can do here, right? Absolutely.
That's okay.
Yep, that's Limping Burgess, all right. All right, let's see what we can do to get him. I think what we're going to try to do is have him topple out the window. He just kind of lost his balance, I guess. I don't know. But there's a lot of cool hidden mechanics in Hitman here, and one way is that you can pacify someone by pushing them off of a ledge, and if the fall distance isn't that high, you won't kill them, you'll just pacify them. So I think that's pretty cool that works. But we want to make sure that this guy, the regular special military ops soldier, is not distracted by my coin, and Burgess is. So we'll see what we can do here. I don't know how well this is gonna work, but
That's fine.
we'll certainly try, won't we? This is easily the hardest part of the level.
Possible intruder. Sweeping area. Over.
Alright guys, see what we can do. This is super risky. Oh, he might turn around. Okay, he is turning around. Let him get past the view of this window.
Command, disregard last message. Nothing here. Over.
Strange.
That was not worth the agitation.
He's not dead, see? He's got stars. He's not dead. It sounded like he died, didn't it? He's not dead, though. Oh my god, yes! Yes! We did it. That's a very difficult part to do and not get caught. And let Blatty explain why here. Did he grab that? Oh, he grabbed that coin. Okay. This is one of my favorite areas of the level, though. I like this little infiltration spot and that you can dump people out of this window. It's cool. All right, but yeah, I really enjoy that you can pacify them that way. It's satisfying. But not only can that guy see you push him out through the bathroom window, the other spec ops in there. Holy shit! Look how close that was. He could have easily seen that guy fall out the window and then a guy jumping out after him and then taking his clothes and hiding his body. Yeah.
But you know what? He didn't see anything, did he? No, he didn't. Because I'm Blattymeow, motherfucker.
Just really quick, a lot of players don't like this map as much. I mean, they still like it, I think, but I think it's because it's more Absolution style, where everything is hostile. You're not allowed to be in your suit at all in this level. But if you notice, once you get any military disguise, which is really easy to do, once you just look at the level a few moments, you're pretty much a civilian. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a big deal. And I think to say that, oh, it's entirely hostile, that's stupid. Like, yeah, you can't be in your precious black suit and red tie. And you know me, I would like to do that more than anything, but that's not how this level goes. And there's plenty of other missions and stuff that do that. So, chill out, potatoes. Just chill out.
You were at Jordan Cross's funeral, huh?
It was a thing of beauty. Whole team moving like clockwork. Perfect execution. Thomas Cross was off site before his guards even noticed.
Man, wish I could have been there. So who's this next target?
Yeah, Thomas Cross. So they kidnapped Thomas Cross at Jordan Cross's funeral. So that was definitely a staged thing to take out Jordan Cross, to get to Jordan Cross. All right, Maya, I'm back.
I'm back.
Well, well, our very own punching bag. Any broken bones?
Wounded pride, that's all.
Good to hear. All right, head over to the briefing area. We'll resume in a moment.
Raymond, that's all I know. Honestly, as long as I can get the hunt down.
Rose, Pravati, the point man is back in action. That's your prerogative. Fine, we'll be waiting.
Yeah, this barn has been set up for an alternative use to be a staging area to test the terrorist strike that we're going to be doing here. So let's blend in and get a brief, guys. Let's get briefed up. Because I'm Burgess the point man after all, right? Yes.
All right, people, let's get to it. Burgess is back. We're finally ready to make this happen. I expect you all to know this by heart. But in case amnesia has set in, here's the sequence. Advance to the car with haste. Eliminate the passengers. Retrieve the briefcase. Extract. Got that? And remember, speed and accuracy is the name of the game. All right. Now go pick up your weapons and get in position. Move out.
Come on, shoot him!
Okay, we're gonna try to attempt this terrorist strike, but before that, I think we wanna make sure the safety is off, because, you know, we gotta be the real deal, right? Yeah.
Everybody, please proceed. Pretend I'm not here.
Not a problem. Let's go again. On your marks. Ready, set, execute. Team's overall.
Maya Parvati is down. Good work.
Man, what a shame. Boy, geez, I guess that ram was a little bit too loose. Well, that's just a dirty shame, isn't it? Oh well. And something that you can do with that ram to take out both Maya Parvati and Sean Rose is perform the steps to be briefed by Maya as the point man. Unlock the safety mechanism of the ram when no one is looking and participate in the test scenario. It is critical to pass the test before the 30-second timer expires, otherwise Rose will not be in the correct position. After the test, Rose will interject and state that the test run went spectacular, lining himself up perfectly for the ram along with Maya.
Pass. Your point man was spectacular. You make an excellent.
And again, I don't like taking two targets at once, especially for our Let's Play's sake, but that is kind of cool. And I like that you only can do that if you do well on the training exercise there. I just whacked my desk if you heard that thunk. Alright, fantastic.
That is Ezra Berg, former Mossad interrogator. His services are in demand at the moment.
Yes, and that is indeed our next target, Ezra Berg, the interrogator that wears a mask. Kind of creepy. The funny thing though is that he actually talks pretty normally. Like he's actually very like well spoken and actually like very just casual about everything, which is really disturbing, by the way.
Hello there. Hello?
But we're not allowed to be here as the point man. We got to be in a military elite disguise. So you know how I like free disguises. So we're gonna try to find free disguises as much as possible. So let's do a little more stealth, right? I mean, this is an absolution level, right? When you want to do a lot of stealth. Just gotta make sure we're not seen by anybody, that's all. Okay, let's go.
So you're saying that thing made Ezra Berg's interrogation mask?
That's what it does. It's a 3D printer. It prints things in, wait for it, 3 dimensions.
I know what it does. I just have a hard time grasping it. Could we print out our own weapons?
Sure. Maybe a small gun for something really specific. It's beautiful tech for assassins, but old school weapons are still cheaper and more reliable.
So I hear Rose had his own face scan for 3D masking after he saw Berg's mask. One of the hackers keeps the facial data on his laptop.
He probably needs it for some kind of operation.
Or he just wants to keep it for himself.
Wearing a mask of yourself. That takes narcissism to a whole new level. You daft shit.
Hey, wait up. What?
Sir, you might find this amusing, but I can assure you, drawing attention to yourself is not what you want to be doing.
Well, yeah, no, absolutely. I apologize. I was just sitting over here. I was just kind of chilling, kind of just sitting down, leaning against this wall here, just thinking about the what you guys are talking about, the printing out your own weapons. Wouldn't that be pretty cool, guys? You know, I was just back there the whole time. I was just being quiet. Sorry, you know. Okay, well. That was a little bit too close for comfort, but that's all right. Next, we're going to head on down into the basement to take on Ezra Berg here. Make sure we're not being seen by anybody, which we are not. Open this door. And let's head down to the basement where Ezra Berg does his operations. Can't have you here, buddy. Which, by the way, that's a really cool way to get him. Alright, so this poor Harold is gonna be a witness, so we don't want that. And we want Ezra Berg to be in perfect position for us. So let's grab a little hidden modern lethal syringe, which has Cyanide potassium. Lethal doses of it at that. Yes, see the gun that the guard who's not on duty or not in his post left. Grab your other personal bodyguard to grab that gun and to be out of my way, so then we can safely take care of Ezra Berg with no one to bother us. Perfect, I would say. Wonderful.
Now what is that doing there?
Unconscious? Why, Ezra, that's very embarrassing. That makes no sense at all. I'll need to check my numbers.
Ezra Berg has been eliminated. Good work, 47.
Well, that couldn't have gone any better, really. Now, one thing we want to do is we want to take care of the security camera. Perfect. All right, let's get out of here before things get shaky. Last but not least, we have, whoa, hey, last but not least, we have Mr. Sean Rose. And to take care of him, we're going to need some nitroglycerin, because he does tests on some volatile explosives, if you will. And, well, that's what we need to get our hands on. And usually he does safety tests with this nitroglycerin. Well, we're gonna maybe tilt the, make it a little more potent, if you will here. So there's the storage and there's the guard. They're not gonna let us grab a nitroglycerin, so let's just toss an apricot. Who wouldn't be distracted by that, right?
Command, please remind people they're supposed to secure their equipment before leaving it unattended. Get out of here if you know it's good for you.
Oh, I know it's good for me, man. No problem.
Command, knowledge we're clear.
Okay. Oh boy. So we're getting close, guys. This is exciting for me personally.
Salute, soldier.
But yeah, this is going to be pretty intense, and I did forget to do something, and I guess we're just going to do it when we come back with our tactical gear / suit, because I guess we're just a little insane that way. I don't know what else to say. Now, we're not allowed into the bomb testing area. We have to be a bomb squad member. So we're going to do just that. So we got to sneak into this area, even though we have an elite military disguise. There's a very, very lot of division with the permissions of where you can go with in relation to your disguises. So here we go. This part's a bit tricky too. But we'll see what we can do.
Apparatus terminated.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. That's what we're talking about, man. Alright, now we're a part of the bomb squad. We're allowed to freely be in here. And now we just need to distract the lead researcher / scientist / bomb mixer and overflow the compound. So let's do just that. Well, let's wait until he doesn't look at us. Okay, let's see what we can do. We gotta be quick. And one more for good measure, right?
Turned on.
Oh, yes, don't mind me. I believe, yes, it is indeed the green wire. It is the green wire to cut to make things not explode in your face. That's what it is. We're good. So, why don't you check, how's that mixture going, man? It's gotta be ready. I think Sean's getting a little impatient, right? I mean, they don't know where Penelope just suddenly went missing. They not sure if she went out of the compound or not. Ezra Berg is also, seems to be somewhere working on his work, but no one knows where he went. And the Herald is currently overdosed and sleeping, unconscious here. And then finally, Sean does know that Maya met an unfortunate end, so he has to kind of figure out how he's going to do the lead for the Torres assassination.
Alright. Yeah, looks good. Better text Rose and let him know the breach charge is set and ready for him.
Time to get in position, guys. It is the final kill. Hear that dreadful music playing. And that's something that always happens when that guy is bringing the lethal explosive compound to that red safe there. And I think it's kind of like a foreshadowing, like you are staging the hit like completely, like that's what's going on right now. And I think that's pretty cool. So he texted Rose, so Rose should be on his way over here. So if you notice, something that Sean Rose does is he has OCD. And what you can do by messing up his OCD and a little bit of help with some LSD, you can actually... Penelope Graves' journal regarding Sean Rose's severe OCD can be found in the greenhouse. In it, she states that there are 3 particular sequences that Rose must follow each time he enters the farmhouse. It is your job to make sure these 3 sequences go awry for the terrorist-in-chief. Tamper the grandfather clock, shut off the valve in Rose's private bathroom, and eschew the perfect pencil formation. Yeah, he's an odd fellow. While waiting for Rose to come to the farmhouse, you must sneak into Ezra Berg's makeshift lab in the garage by the house. In here, you will find hallucinogenic drugs on the shelf. With drugs in hand, head to the backyard and lace the pack of cigarettes with the LSD. When Rose has an OCD meltdown, he will make an attempt to calm his nerves with the cigarettes.
Disconcerting.
Eventually, the drugs will take over him, and he'll try to wash his mental state in the water basin.
I gotta get it off! Ah, get it off!
Ensure that Rose will never come down from his high. And I actually really like that. But the fact that we've already done a drowning, I just decided against it. That's really all there is to it. So we shall wait for Mr. Rose to come in here, and we shared some methods that you can do, taking on Rose and drowning him with some LSD and taking out him and Maya, and then doing Maya with the car. And to be quite honest, there's not many ways to do things here, so alright, let's get in position. Once this explodes, we are going to have to run for it and get back into our suit. So that's what we're going to do. I'll see you when we get back to our suit, guys. Here we go.
Okay, everyone step back. Fire in the hole.
That's all targets taken care of, 47. Now gain access to the tornado shelter.
I don't see him here. Orchard clear. Clear.
Alright, we are back in our suit, and this is very dangerous, so we want to not play around. We want to have our gun out because we are met with all hostility alike, so let's be careful. Okay guys, it's time to make our move. It's time to escape, and what I don't like about this mission is that the only way to exit this mission safely, or the only way to exit the mission on the story mode is through this, who the hell's seeing me? Who's seeing me? Jeez. Is through the basement. And we still need the printed mask, so it's going to be challenging, but let's see what we can do here. Remember we blocked, remember we blocked that security camera out, so we're safe there. Well, plenty of stuff here, Jesus. Now, here's what we need to do.
The door to the tornado shelter is protected by a biometric lock. To gain access, you need Sean Rose's body, or something equally convincing.
Okay, and yeah, you can actually bring his body here, but that is very situational, let us say. I'm not going to exactly be able to grab his body from where it died here, so instead we're going to just be careful, go in, get the printed mask, come back down, and get out of this fucking hellhole. I mean, the amount of danger going on here is just really, really, really something else. We have to be absolute sure that we're not going to be seen. And the best bet is we want both hackers to be in that room away from my dealings. It's still going to be tricky, though, so I think I'm just going to stay a little quiet and get this part done, because this is really the last hurdle of this mission, and we were done. I was pretty anxious about this mission because it's tough, man. It's tough. Let's see what we can do. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, did I tell you? I found another one yesterday.
Another one? Oh, do tell.
Okay, so you know how Rose keeps his desk tidy like a Japanese garden, right? Anyway, someone knocked a pen off.
Holy shit!
We have everything, and one thing that you won't notice is that the cool music when you're leaving a mission that plays when you're ready to leave doesn't play here until the very, 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 very end. So instead, I mix my own way of producing that music to play when you do all objectives. So, just a little thing. All right, so I guess the music plays us out as we scan Sean Rose's face.
The plot thickens.
Someone left in a hurry.
Sean Rose was not the Shadow Client. That much is clear. Whoever commands the militia, they got out just in time. Look around, 47. We're getting closer.
And you just hear the sharp, piercing halogen lights right there. I love that effect. It's scary. It's unnerving, that sound. I never liked it. But it's perfect here, and we can't come back out. We're done with this mission. We can't do anything now. This is locked. This is forever gone. And, yeah, but we'll see what's going on here. Turn the music back on. Because it's pretty haunting, and this music only really plays in this room, so I'm not trying to hurry myself out of here, so let's see what we can do. This is pretty intense plot dump, guys, so pay attention if you have any interest in this story.
Some kind of network. Power players from all sectors.
Familiar faces, too. Thomas Cross, Klaus Strandberg, Ether, and that's missing banker Eugene Cobb. Well, well.
There's a name. Providence.
What? No. No, it can't be.
The Hidden Hand. Thought they were a myth.
A hypothesis, nothing more. The idea that a small cabal of kingmakers, controlling enough corporate and political leaders, could effectively run the world in secret.
Maybe not so hypothetical.
Keep looking, 47. We need full disclosure.
And if you check here, indeed, this is pretty interesting for anyone interested in the Hitman lore. These are targets that we have taken out in the past, and not including just targets from this game. You can see Francisca DeSantis and Rhea Zadan here, but also there's some elusive targets like the Prince, and there's Thomas Cross, of course, and he has X. He's done. They got him. See, Jordan really was just a link. He's not on this picture. It was Thomas. And I like how they do that. Poor Jordan was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. Didn't help that he murdered his girlfriend either. But anyway.
Someone's done their homework.
Look how far it dates back. Hayamoto, Beldingford, Delvade. The Shadow Client has been tracking you for decades.
Now, how is that possible?
It isn't. Every one of those missions were branded as unsolved or accidents. He must have been looking for a pattern, a certain MO, which would mean...
He knows me.
Well, at least this shortens the list.
And indeed, this is, yeah, we have Beldingford Manor from Contracts, and Davardi from Blood Money, and then Hayamoto from Silent Assassin / Hitman 2. So this person has been tracing 47 this long ago, throughout his entire career, basically. So something is just really wrong. And let me say, I didn't give another thing. Check this fucking tactical gear outfit out. Is that not a badass jacket? He pulls it off well. And we have gloves too. All right, time for the showstopper, if you will. This is the plot twist.
Found something.
Sodas? But that would mean... Providence has infiltrated ICA. And Eric Sodas is their operative. Bastard! It all fits. He was the one who persuaded the rest of the ICA board to greenlight this operation. This changes everything. Get out, 47. We got what we came for.
What about the Shadow Client?
He is no longer our primary concern. ICA has been compromised. I always wondered if Providence was real, but I never actually... I will need to confer with the board, but mark my words, 47. This will have consequences.
So, Providence is this massive, secret, black network of criminals in the elite. And apparently Providence has infiltrated the ICA, and that person is Eric Soders, the very same person that wanted us to do his final test, wanted us to see us fail, and the very same person that cleared us for field duty. Well, you know what, Eric Soders? That's gone too far. It's personal now. That's right. There's one more main mission left, and it's going to be a finale for sure. But for now, as the music plays, this is the only time again this plays, and this cool rotating fan, that's an interesting detail. For God's sakes, that's enough of the Rocky Mountains. Bam! Oh man, yes, I absolutely was I had no idea if I fucked it up. I had no idea. I got so many close calls, but you know what? That calls for a great episode because it was close. There was like 3 or 4 close calls. That's fantastic. That's awesome. Very happy about that. Check these objectives out for this level, and you see why it's such a tense level to play, especially on a live recording in one take. Well, I saved, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, that was an intense level. Hopefully I gave you a good enough tour of it, maybe appreciation of the level. It's so tense and so, thick, it's tough, but didn't really give it too much of a chance in terms of the beautiful environment of it, the large expanse, and the numerous ways to handle and approach things. Now, as you'll see next, a pretty intense cutscene coming up here that further expands the story of the Shadow Client, who is, I think, in a way, it seems like he kind of wanted us to find that underground bunker and reveal Soder's true intentions. But I guess we'll have to just find out, huh? Yeah. Well, next time we're heading somewhere cold, and it's going to be the final mission. At least maybe there's something else left. I don't know. You'll have to see and find out. But in any case, we're done. Colorado's done, and I wish you guys well. And until next time, see you guys later.
Rose is gone.
It was me, wasn't it? They tracked me. I don't believe it. I took every precaution.
Rose knew the risks. They all do. You did well, Olivia. I am proud of you. Now listen. The ICA knows about you. They kept you alive because they needed you, and now they don't. We won't talk again. Not until the storm is over.
I don't like it. This man, you know what he's capable of. You need to end this now.
I ran away as a boy. My friend and I. Away from that place. We came upon a small farming community. The people were dirt poor, but this woman, she took us in. We were awakened the next morning by the shots. A dozen people lay face down in the snow. Our warden didn't like to leave witnesses. They shot the woman and her family last. They made sure that we watched the whole thing. This is your gift, the warden told us. Your gift and your curse. Touching lives only by ending them.
You know him.
Better than anyone.
Smoke weed every day.